The Louisiana Raging Cajuns get their 29th win of the season by taking down Coastal Carolina on Friday night. James Meche, afternoon producer for the game, 103.7 Lafayette and 104.1 Lake Charles, as I'm broadcasting live here from the Teague after the Cajuns got the 11-9 win over the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers for their 29th win of the season. Early on, Coastal Carolina took the 2-0 lead at the top of the first, but then at the bottom of the frame, the Cajuns responded with 4 runs of their own, including John Taylor hitting a double to score Carson Rockefort and spark that offense. Then in the third, Coastal scored 2 more runs to tie the game at 4, and the Cajuns scored 5 at the bottom of the third to make it 9-4, just 3 innings into the game. With those innings that they scored, there were 2 outs early on for the Cajuns, so they're back against the wall. They still end up scoring, and here's Coach Matt Deggs talking about the effective hitting with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's our thing, man, is to win the 2s, Kevin, and they gave us a little crack, and we made the most of it. Just kind of got rolling downhill and kind of carried over Tuesday or Wednesday into tonight, and that's a fine ball club over there. I don't think we can score enough runs. So it'll be interesting moving forward. We're going to come out and play just as good tomorrow.
The Cajuns were up by 11-6 late in the game, but at the top of the ninth, Coastal scored 4 more runs, including a 3-run homer to make it just a 2-run ball game. Knowing Coastal's offense, the Cajuns need to score as much as they can throughout this series. And here's John Taylor talking about that.
Of course, it's easy. They put up a 2 spot in the top of the first. It's easy to get down. One thing we do, we just respond, give them back 4. And then the third, they put up 2. We score 5. It's all about just taking what you have, slowing the game down, and working with what you got. And we knew we would have to score runs. That's a very offensive-heavy team. But we just play our game, pack baseball.
Dylan Toy came in relief for Cooper Rawls and had 5 innings. And in those 5 innings, he had 4 strikeouts, was doing pretty well until the end of the 7th, where it looked like he hurt his elbow. It didn't look too bad as he was kind of walking around without any ice at the end of the game. But here's Coach Matt Deggs talking about the injured pitcher.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay. We'll see. He had full range of motion, and I don't know the extent of it. I'll talk with Brian, but he was cruising, man. He was 63 pitches and pretty stress-free, and so I hate it for him. It's been one thing after another, but he's got a Warrior's heart, and we'll see what they have to say this week.
It seemed like he did it on the pitch before he actually.
Yeah, I think, and we asked, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Yeah," and then he landed that changeup and felt his hand, tingle, and Brian tested him out. We'll see. We'll go from there.
In the game, there were a total of 28 hits, 16 by the Cajuns, 12 by Coastal. We should expect a high offensive performance by both teams throughout the rest of the series, including Game 2, which is going to be starting at 4 p.m. tomorrow here at the Teague. Jackson Nezu is going to be the starting pitcher for Louisiana. We're going to talk about this game and the rest of the series on Monday on all of our shows of RP3 and Company, Footnotes with Kevin Foote, and Crunch Time with Miguez and Meche. Until then, I am James Meche, and y'all have a good one.